Hello, my lovely audience members. Welcome back to the Girls in Action podcast, episode 6.5. I am the one and only Melissa, 25% of the Girls in Action team. So, why is it just me? What's going on? Where are the rest of the girls? Well, you guessed it, it's another mini episode. A lot of y'all send us some really sweet comments about how much you love these bite sized episodes, and especially the focus on well being and mental health. And as part of my AP Psych project, I'm making a podcast episode about the importance of an aspect of well being. So, shout out to Mr. Deneen, the man, the myth, the legend. Okay, so what's on my mind today? Today, we are here to discuss the importance of mindfulness. And so, I feel like a lot of young people right now, especially Gen Z, are really struggling with maintaining order in their lives, and this might include incorporating mindfulness. Now, it's important to remember that mindfulness is not just meditation. Mindfulness is defined as the basic human ability to be fully present and aware of where we are and what we're doing, and not be overly reactive or overwhelmed by what's going on around us. And meditation is exploring. It's not a fixed destination. Your head doesn't become vacuumed free of thought or like undistracted, but it's a special place where each and every moment is momentous. So when we meditate, we venture into the workings of our minds. We venture into our sensations, such as air blowing on our skin or a harsh smell that wafts into the room, or our emotions, that we love this or we hate that or we crave some sort of food. Mindfulness meditation asks us to suspend judgment and unleash our natural curiosity about the workings of the mind, and we approach our experiences with warmth and kindness to ourselves and others. So, when mindfulness is something that we all naturally possess, it's more readily available to us when we practice it on a daily basis. So, whenever you bring awareness into what you're directly experiencing via your senses or to your state of mind via your thoughts and emotions, that's when you're being mindful. And there's growing research showing that when you train your brain to be mindful, you're actually remodeling the physical structure of your brain, which was truly shocking to me. Okay, so you might ask, why is it so important? Well, according to the Center for Change, mindfulness practices can help us to increase our ability to regulate emotion, decrease stress, anxiety, and even depression. It can also help us to focus on our attention and as well as observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. As we become ever more present in our lives and in relation to others, it can help us make better decisions, to manage our emotions, and to be more fully engaged in life. And with that in mind, I just wanted to share a personal experience of how mindfulness improved my life. So, when virtual learning began, which was really nearly a year ago, and that's so bizarre, like, I still can't believe it. I was completely lost with where to go, what I should do, or even to how to maintain the sense of structure that was outlined during the normal school day pre-COVID. And so, as those 2 weeks turned into 2 months and so forth, I started to realize that it was time to change how I approach quarantine life. And even before starting my meditation practices, like that was later in the year for me, I started to work out every day before Zoom class. I started off with low impact and low intensity workouts and then began to work my way up to HIIT workouts and free weight training. So I feel like that's an example of mindfulness because mindfulness really comes in various forms. And like during my workouts, my mind would feel really empty and liberated even. And it wasn't until later in the year that I felt like there was a gap or like a void that I needed to close. And until one day in December, I received an email from the Calm app. So the Calm app is a sort of meditation app. They have different stories or like they also have 10-minute meditations that you can do that are guided, and they offered me a free trial for like a week, and I decided that was a really interesting app to check out, and I was hooked from the beginning. I started meditating for 10 minutes every day, and I've continued since, and I've really enjoyed it. But the thing is that this example isn't the only way we can practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is available to us in every moment, whether through meditations and body scans or mindful moment practices like taking time to pause and breathe when the phone rings instead of rushing to answer it. And I also have some pointers now on how to practice mindfulness and live in the moment, just as I'm doing right now and in my daily life. So, the first tip is to observe. So, just try to observe internally or externally. This is just noticing what you see, what you hear, what you're feeling, and just think or notice within yourself. Think inwardly. So, also, the next tip is just describing what you see or experience without any sort of judgment. For example, if I'm looking at a picture of the ocean, I would describe it exactly as what I saw, right? So I wouldn't state it whether or not I like the picture. So just see it as it comes. Next up is to participate. This means to really just fully throw yourself into the experience. For example, when you're dancing to your favorite song, you should allow yourself to fully dance while letting go of feelings of self consciousness that might invade your mind. And hopefully, post COVID, when you're at a concert dancing along to your favorite artist, make sure to put your phone away instead of taking those blurry shots and videos. Just soak it all in. And also, here are some specifics on how to incorporate mindfulness into your daily routine. So, when you wake up, try starting with a purpose. Set an intention for your day. This might mean sitting straight up in your bed, closing your eyes, and starting by taking 3 long, deep breaths. So then ask yourself, what is my intention for the day? Here are some guiding questions that you may want to ask yourself. What do I need to do to take better care of myself? During difficult moments, how might I be more compassionate to others and myself? How might I feel more connected and fulfilled? And ultimately, don't forget to check in with yourself. It's important to do so in order to complete your goals. Also, when you're hanging out with someone or having a good time, just try engaging with the person that you're hanging out with. Notice them completely. Notice the sound of their voice, the color of their eyes, and facial expressions. We often hear what people are saying, but we aren't fully present. So try to stay connected and engaged. And finally, try keeping track of when you're distracted from your tasks, like during a Zoom meeting. Catch yourself doing so, and then just gently return to what you were doing. And if you need some sort of fidget device, try getting a scrunchie or some sort of squishy toy to help and guide you during your Zoom meetings and during whatever day you might have. So, these were my overall tips and also my experience with mindfulness. I think it's just so important nowadays, as I was saying earlier. We just really have to learn how to hone those skills in. So I really hope you enjoyed this mini episode. Don't forget to visit us at girlsinaction.sf on Instagram and feel free to DM us with any thoughts. I'll also be including links and resources in the description of our episode and on our Instagram post, which includes links like the Calm app, meditation music, and articles for y'all to read. We love our audience so much. You keep our team moving forward, and we promise that there will be a new episode coming up soon. So I hope you look forward to that. We will see you in the next episode, and goodbye.